Who gave birth to Mr. Big Stuff?
Who gave birth to Mr. Big Stuff?
From the soil of her soil and the dirt of her dirt. Mama gave birth to Mr. Big Stuff.
Mr. Big Stuff.
Mr. Big Stuff. Who would feed off of her hurt?
This thing ain't no play. Let's tune into what the high priest, what the mighty has to say.
Yeah, Papa was rolling stone, been rolling along for a long time, ever since Papa got snatched away from Mama in a 666 drama. Put serious hurt on Mama out of the toil of her soil and the dirt of her herd. Offsprings would be born, ripped, mangled, and torn, enslaved to bitterness and scorn, infected by an energy foreign, opposed to their natural and innate ancestral DNA trait. Breeding, seeding, feeding a sadistic, individualistic code, a self-centered mode of surviving, conniving, thriving off of sexual violation, violence, war, and crime. Prime time into these modern times, unable to see the sign. Yeah, Papa been on the run, chased by the barrel of a gun, the sword of the warlord horde. Invaded, attacked, pushed back up against the wall and through it all. Papa has struggled to maintain control of his ancestral soul. From the slave codes to the black codes to the reconstruction of the Jim Crow codes, Papa has continued to roll while wage credit and debt slavery take its toll. Separating, integrating, assimilating those who are caught in the flow of COINTELPRO. Yeah, much history has come and gone, birthing many a papas who are still rolling on, and many a mama caught up in this 666 drama, where the strategy has been to conquer, divide, and slaughter, and to rape and take the mama, mate, and daughter of the ancestral male who ought to know by now how the predatorial mindset do divide and rule. Using the female as a tool, used to keep the ancestral male erased, debased, disgraced, and replaced. Mama conquered, breeds a son, a conflicted, inflicted, addicted, restricted one, homegrown and spoon-fed off of what Mama said, misled by an economic master plan that can not allow Papa to be an ancestral he-man, bred to be an enslaved stud instead. Better off dead, Papa said before he fled. Now this thing is up inside Papa's son's head, seriously misled.
Sure enough, stuff would get tough enough for Mama
to give birth to Mr. Big Stuff.
Mr. Big Stuff, who would huff and puff and bluff and sniff and snort and smoke stuff, caught up in the trauma of gangster thug sensation, cash money temptations of a simulated integration that encodes the state of mind of a much bigger father figure who will quickly pull the trigger on a nigga who steps out of bounds as the predatorial male stands his ground. Who was it that pumped the role model that got lumped into a hater style, living loose and wild? Gangster child with a bitter, angry core where the big score is Tupac standing tall, Biggie living large, thinking small. Gang banging, blood spilled on the street to kill or be killed, encrypted by the codes of the self-asserted will. Chilling her with his rap, his booby trap, running his plot in this Rolling Stone game of love me not. Yeah, she was too hot to try, had no fatherly advice, did not even think twice about the lies that was fed to her in order to get in bed with her. And likewise, he had no ancestral fatherly advice, did not even think twice, following that bigger father figure who controlled the roll of the dice, cold as ice. And he would come through the music, the cinema, the TV, smooth and easy as can be, like a thief in the night. Might makes right, like father like son. This is how this game is run. Sexual violation, violence, war, and crime, a modern version, prime time, and that bigger father figure, the image on Mean Green who runs this paper scheme. Cash money, dead, prayer due, as he says. Yeah, he's still the word. I came, I saw, I conquered the herd. Turn the son of the sun into the cursed one to breathe this cursed seed into the daughter of the sun. Let thy will be done. Serious spiritual war against the sacred son of the sun, keeping him in his place, debased by the fallacies of race. And now look at you, grown and groomed, doomed in the land of the free, in the home of the brave, the monumental infrastructure built by the chattered slave, and those who were wooed, screwed, and fooled into indentured servitude. And you, walking around with an attitude, boo-hooed and blue, cause your daddy didn't give you what you thought you were due. It's time to divinely reason, or face the doom and gloom of spiritual treason. It's time to move holistically into an environment that support and not abort divine social, economic, family, community.
It's time to move on holistically into an environment that supports